I want to talk about, we're kind of meeting Jessica and Ben at an interesting point in their relationship as we eventually learned they won a lot of money in the lottery. So, I mean, what's your take on, like, who were they before and how did this money change them? I know that's kind of a big question, but I'll throw it to you first, Samara.
Yeah, I think Melvin and I talked about this a lot when we were first in Byron, and like what it meant to have that much money and whether or not that would mean happiness, and sort of what was their backstory. We're kind of fleshing it out. I think we talked about like Ben having a food truck, and kind of this, I think the biggest thing was that they didn't really have a purpose anymore. Like they didn't have to work. They didn't really have to do anything, which I think initially is really freeing. And then after a while, there is something that's inhumane about just not having to you don't need a purpose, but I think humans do. It's the soul, So I think, more money, more problems.
Right. As the wise man once said, yeah. I mean, Melvin, then did you guys talk about specifically like how they met? Is that something that you guys are aware of, or in your discussions, did you hash that out?
Yeah. We talked about, them being in high school, and we try to go back as far as possible with like context to what we were doing and what mattered now. So it was mainly just figure out who they were before, what type of relationship they had, why they were together, what they liked about each other. And that would take us to the place of what they lost, pretty much. And I think the book helped in that sense.
Yeah.
The book is a little different. It kind of gave us that blueprint. And then me and Sam, we kind of just clicked from the beginning. So we had a chemistry, and we were to kind of, run with it as we went. And the way that filming was set up, we did a lot of our stuff on the back end. So we had a chance to kind of just let this relationship build over time. By the time we got to the stuff where we really needed it had developed naturally.
Yeah, we were a bickering old couple by the end, weren't we?
Are you happy with your life?
We're not in a good place. Either we try or we don't. It's very intimate here.
And how many guests are there?
9 total.